So the Atomos Shogun 7 has been around for a while now, and while it's a great monitor and recorder, initially looking at those specs, some people do wonder just how it differs from the Shogun Inferno before it. And there are definitely a lot of similarities to the Shogun Inferno. For example, both can record 4K 60p in a range of formats like ProRes, ProRes RAW, Cinema DNG or Avid DNX. Both have a 7-inch screen, the same form factor. Both take MPF batteries, both use the same SSD caddies, and both have similar inputs. So, just what actually is different? Well, the biggest difference is the screen itself. While it's the same size, the screen on the Shogun 7 is a huge improvement over the screen on the Shogun Inferno. It still has a 1920 by 1280 resolution, but it's an entirely new panel, which boasts a 1,000,000:1 contrast ratio. This allows the Shogun 7 to have those deep, rich blacks, while still having a bright image. And this is all thanks to Atomos' new 360 zone backlight, which is effectively Atomos' own version of a local zone dimming technology. On other panels, such as the one in the Shogun Inferno, to display a bright image, the whole display is simply brightened. The issue with that is, of course, that the whole image itself is actually brightened, including the blacks, which will therefore appear milky as a result. What this new backlight technology allows is for much finer control, for only the brighter areas to have a boost in brightness, while the blacks remain actually black, giving you a much more accurate representation of your image. Another difference between the Shogun 7 and Inferno is the actual peak brightness of the screen in those brighter zones. At launch, the Shogun 7 did actually match the brightness of the Shogun Inferno, and that did confuse people. They both had a peak brightness of 1500 nits. But with its latest firmware update, the Shogun 7 now has a peak brightness of 3000 nits. Atomos have actually unlocked a little bit more of the capabilities of this new screen and doubled the brightness of its predecessor. We also see an improvement in colour. The Shogun 7 covers now 105% of DCI's P3 colour gamut, meaning more accurate colour representation. The screen on the Shogun 7 is really something that you've got to actually see yourself to truly appreciate, and it's something we can't really show off properly in a video like this. It's just never going to come across well. So if you want to come into the showroom and actually see the Shogun 7 in person for yourself, of course, just let us know. Another new addition to the Shogun is the Dolby Vision HDR. And this allows you to output an HDR image to any Dolby Vision capable device or TV, which is a great way to get an HDR image across to a client monitor on set, for example. The user interface and operating system has also been updated, and it now shares the same, less intrusive design that we've seen on the Ninja 5 and Shinobi monitors. This new UI gives you much quicker access to all of the features with just one push of the button along the bottom of the monitor, without overlaying and distracting from the actual image itself, which the older UI from the Shogun Inferno did do a bit. But one of the biggest and most impressive new features is asynchronous multi-camera switching thanks to AtomOS 10.4. This allows you to input any 4 1080p feeds at up to 60 frames a second for live multicam environments, and you actually use the touchscreen itself to switch between those different cameras to the program output. And what's really impressive here is that these sources don't need to be gen-locked, they all just need to be the same frame rate and resolution. Atomos have been promising that this was coming on some of their products for a while now, but now, with the latest update to the Shogun 7 and the Sumo, it is finally here. You can record all 4 of these inputs at the same time, as well as sending a program out to a monitor and recording that program out as well, and you also get an XML file to go alongside all of those recordings to bring into post to make multicam environments really easy. It makes the Shogun 7 an incredibly good option for small run and gun multi-camera shoots. But if you'd rather have a larger screen for live switching and more fine control, the Sumo 19 has all the same functionality, as will their large range of neon monitor recorders that they're going to be bringing out very soon, so they might be worth considering as well. But what do you think? Are the improvements to the Shogun 7 actually worth the upgrade? Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you want to buy one of these for yourself, of course, just head over to proav.co.uk. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.